Hey, what's up, guys? King J coming to you live from hell here, and today I want to talk about OnlyFans, how they were about to basically stop the most profitable thing that their service provides, which is sexual content. And I want to talk about it from the perspective of if they were going to do it, even though I know now they're not going to do it, just because I feel like it's an interesting phenomenon, like the way that how everyone reacted and just the implications that they had to see how important that aspect of their platform is, and just social media as a whole. You know, it's funny is because I've been talking about this no porn thing, and I've been talking about coomers and simps. That's why I feel like it's appropriate for me to kind of go into this, because it seems like such a huge mistake, because it's going to cost them money, and all these people, all these girls that have made their new careers in there, they're fucked. And imagine this, you quit your job, you're making all this money, now you have to go back or you have to find another job, and everybody's already jerked off to your nudes. That psychologically, I just couldn't even imagine that feeling of like, you were a little mini porn star and now you have to, serve smoothies, and it's this weird dynamic of the self and the ego. It's strange. It's fucking weird. But that's the thing is, to me, all that stuff is cool. I have no problem with the content. I have no problem with the girls, and I have no problem with the simping. I never have, and I've spoke about this. It has to do with the energy dynamic. It has to do with the intent, the attention that women get, the validation that they get, and the position that it puts a man in. Feeling like a simp, feeling like less than, pedestal. A transaction already shows there's a worth, there's a value. $5.99 a month, that's the value for looking at a picture of a girl's naked body. When you could go and find anyone. What is particularly special about this one individual? Maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it's someone you saw on social media. I could imagine that there's a million different reasons why someone would get popular on OnlyFans versus just like posting bikini pictures on Instagram. There's this level of like mystery of what you're gonna find, and there's this level of exclusivity that was the whole purpose of the app to begin with. But that like seeing behind the curtain thing, it's like that is the era that we live in. Is as soon as there's something saucy to be revealed, we want that sauce, and we're going to go find it. And there's a team of sleuths on the internet that have already found it and have done the Lord's work. And it's crazy that that's how intense things have gotten. So I don't understand the whole reason why they're changing it up. I think it has to do something with money and investors or something like that, but I think that's kind of irrelevant to the fact that this was very profitable for a large portion of their demographic, of their traffic, and it's going to change. This is literally like the Bella Thorne case, which, if you didn't know, and when I was little, Bella Thorne was like the prettiest girl on the planet to me. So, and then as she got older, she got a little more hardcore. And so, you find out that someone like her is going to have an OnlyFans, and it's like, oh man, even though she's got like nudes leaked way before that, you're going to go and check it out. And then it was like these PG-13 photos that aren't really showing the goods. And then, she'd already made like $2 million in like overnight. And it kind of just like fucks everything up for everyone who was like, trying to become make that their source of income, and then like any old star can just come and scoop it all up. You could argue that about YouTube or pretty much any platform, like You could be a YouTuber and, really focus on making content that is meaningful and impactful, and like, you put all this work into it, and then you may get like a good following. But if Dwayne The Rock Johnson decides to just put a little video up about his workout routine, it's gonna get significant views, millions probably. And that's just the way that it is. There's people that are popular, and I think that's why we put stars on pedestals, and everyone, and it becomes this clout chasing. The thing is about clout, on a little side rant, clout became a negative thing over the past few years, but clout was never a negative thing. Clout literally meant that you had a reputation that meant something. But then it was clout chasing. You were trying to get that, and then everything you would do for clout. And I think there's such a weird like balance of things that they're just doing that for clout. Everybody wants attention if they're in a space of anything creative. You post on social media, that's clout chasing. You put yourself out there in any form, that is already clout chasing. Now, the level that people take things to get attention, specifically for negative or positive attention, because it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive, that's where people start saying it's clout chasing. When people don't care what the type of attention they're getting, negative or positive. A lot of people try to get into that bad publicity thing because at least it gets their name out there, but they don't realize that if you don't have a reputation that has a lot of worth and has a lot of weight, you're not going to have something stable. You're basically a meme. And I would say the last thing anybody should want to be in this planet is a meme, because a meme is like a fucking egg salad sandwich. That shit is good the day you make it only. So, think about like the memes that have came and gone. Big Chungus. Also, shout out to the fucking LeBron James Space Jam movie guys for putting in that Big Chungus piece. I wouldn't say scene, a slight cameo to Big Chungus. That was cool. If that to me was like they put that. It's the testament of time. That's going to be there forever now in this film that people probably won't watch. But I actually liked the film, and I'm being unironic here. Brought tears to my eyes. But think about all the memes that have gone. Harambe, fucking, and I'm just shooting these out of my ass. Uganda Knuckles, fucking, like, not to mention any sort of political meme that just comes and goes and is very momentary. It's like this shit is not even cyclical. It comes, it goes, and it like won't come again. And if it does, it's always in this weird ironic way that you have to be in on the inside joke to get it. And the weird thing is we never got to see the longevity of OnlyFans as a platform. Who would have been stars? Like we have TikTok stars. Who would have been the OnlyFans stars? I mean, I'm not familiar with who would be the top earners over there. But it takes away that, I mean, to me would be the only selling point is that, like, people you actually know are posting nudes, and it's like they're gonna get money off that, and that's like a real, it's like SoundCloud for porn, and the floodgates just get open, but people are making money and people are spending money, and that's a crazy thing, is that we never really got to see what this was going to look like. And who knows, possibly that might change, they might go back. I don't think so. Or a new platform will either come out, or an existing platform will change. I would say Twitter should take that up, start doing like a premium pass thing, because already Twitter is a fucking Wild West and anything goes on there. It's fucking crazy, the shit that goes on Twitter, because there's so many different sections, so many different worlds. Twitter is like the fucking human personification of like bubble thinking. Like everyone is in this little bubble. You'll find any sort of niche fucking subgroup of people that are chatting about things that you have no clue about, and you know, it's just endless rabbit holes to go down to. YouTube is similar, but YouTube fucks itself super hard there because of the algorithm, the way that they push things. You know, you'll watch a podcast and suddenly it's showing you all these other podcasts that you know damn well you don't want to listen to, and it's like just kind of forcing you in a certain direction. It's like once you sign out and you see what the basic recommended is, you know, it's all this late night fucking shit, and it's all this like, it's like shit that should be on TV only, not on a platform that's about YouTube. You know, and now that you have all these farms, these click farms, and things like the 5-minute craft videos and all the Elsagate videos that are just constantly being pumped out. See, to me, it's crazy the amount of quantity that certain channels can put out, and it's endless, and I feel like once it gets pumped out and you start getting, it's like a snowball effect. Once you start getting a little bit of that clout, quote unquote, it'll cause you to get a fan base in some way, and then you could kind of move forward with that. The thing about OnlyFans is that it was only for, you know, it was designed only for people that were a fan of you. So you went there, it's like Patreon. You go there knowing what you're going to get, knowing that you're going to get some sort of premium thing. On YouTube, you know, you give somebody a shot and you're just kind of like, I feel like what happens psychologically is if you see a video and it doesn't have a good view count, you think that like, oh man, well, this is a fucking nobody. I don't want to watch a nobody. I want to watch somebody that a lot of people watch, because that means, like, you know, there's something there. But that causes, you know, even like genuine good content creators to become like fucking fast food. And they have to start keeping up with the algorithm, pumping, dumping. I think somebody who handles that better than any other YouTuber I've ever seen, and I don't watch him all the time, but I've been a supporter for years, is Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers. I feel like that guy just is so consistent, and like beyond consistent. I think he's a huge inspiration because he's got varying topics. He talks about anything and everything he wants to, no limits, doesn't limit himself at all. He developed his own little niche kind of group of fans, but it's millions of subscribers. And I mean, I could just praise. I feel like he's doing it right, because he's never sacrificed quality to me. It's always been about informing and doing it in a funny way. And I think like that is where YouTube shines. People that care about, they're passionate about something, and they're willing to put it out there and share. And I think there's something really to that. I think that's where I'd like my algorithm to take me, and it never seems to do that. So, and I know this was supposed to be mostly about kind of OnlyFans, but I just feel like social media, it's got these, like, a lot of overlap to it, the way that it runs, and it's just this weird sort of endless rabbit hole to dive into, and it never ends. So I would recommend, you know, not digging too deep in any sort of platform, and just kind of finding something that suits you, and dabbling, just getting what you need, and being done with that. This was a fucking rambly one, but it doesn't matter. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you want me to talk about anything, let me know down below. King J out.